crispy origins of hash browns. Hash browns, the golden brown, crispy breakfast staple, are a cherished dish in many parts of the world. Their simplicity and versatility have made them a favorite in diners, restaurants, and home kitchens alike. However, behind every crispy bite lies a rich history that ties together agricultural traditions, culinary innovation, and cultural shifts. From the early domestication of potatoes to their transformation into one of America's most iconic breakfast foods, the history of hash browns offers a fascinating look at how food evolves and adapts over time. Before we can fully appreciate the story of hash browns, it's essential to understand the role of the potato itself. The potato, a tuber native to the Andean region of South America, was domesticated by indigenous people thousands of years ago. Its cultivation dates back to around 8,000 to 5,000 BCE in what is now modern-day Peru and Bolivia. The Inca civilization revered potatoes, not just as a food source, but as a staple crop that could survive in harsh climates and poor soil conditions. The potato made its way to Europe in the late 16th century, following the voyages of Spanish explorers. Initially met with skepticism, the tuber gradually became a staple in European diets, especially in countries like Ireland, Poland, and Germany, where its hearty nature suited the colder climates. The potato's versatility and nutritional value made it invaluable, and by the 18th century, it was a critical food source across much of Europe. While grated or mashed potatoes had been prepared in various forms for centuries in different parts of the world, the modern concept of hash browns as we know them today began to take shape in the United States in the 19th century. The first known mention of the dish in print appeared in the Virginia Housewife, a cookbook written by Mary Randolph in 1824, where she describes a method of cooking potatoes until browned on both sides. However, these early references did not yet call the dish hash browns, nor were the potatoes always grated as they are today. The term hashed brown potatoes, sometimes hashed brown potatoes, began to surface in the late 19th century. In 1888, the popular Kitchen Companion cookbook provided a recipe that closely resembled the hash browns we know today, grated potatoes cooked until golden and crispy. The term hashed comes from the French word hacher, meaning to chop, which suggests that earlier versions of the dish might have used diced or roughly chopped potatoes rather than grated ones. In the early 1900s, hash brown started gaining widespread recognition as an American breakfast dish. Diners and hotel restaurants across the country began offering it as a standard side for breakfast, served alongside eggs, bacon, and toast. Its popularity was fueled by its affordability, ease of preparation, and satisfying, crispy texture. The rise of diners in the early to mid-20th century was crucial to cementing hash browns as a beloved American food. Diners, known for their quick service, affordable meals, and hearty portions, became synonymous with classic American breakfasts. Hash browns, which were easy to prepare in large batches and complemented a wide range of breakfast dishes, became a fixture on diner menus. The 1930s and 1940s marked the golden age of American diners, and with it, hash browns solidified their place in breakfast culture. Their popularity coincided with the growth of urbanization and industrialization in America. Workers, in need of filling and inexpensive meals, flocked to diners for breakfast, and hash browns were often the carbohydrate of choice to accompany eggs and coffee. During this period, the dish became standardized, with diners and cookbooks alike using the term hash browns more consistently to refer to grated, fried potatoes. Hash browns also started to be served in different regional variations. In the southern United States, for instance, hash browns might be served with onions, bell peppers, or even cheese, while in the Midwest, they might be served plain or with ketchup. This regional adaptability contributed to the dish's broad appeal across the country. The post-World War II era saw significant advancements in food technology, particularly the rise of frozen foods. In the 1950s and 1960s, the development of quick freezing technology allowed foods to be stored for longer periods without losing their flavor or texture. Hash browns were no exception. Companies like Ore-Ida, founded in the 1950s, began producing frozen hash browns that could be easily reheated at home. The convenience of frozen hash browns made them even more popular in American households. No longer did home cooks need to spend time grating and frying fresh potatoes. Instead, they could simply open a bag, heat the potatoes, and enjoy a plate of crispy hash browns in minutes. This transformation made the dish accessible to people who might not have had the time or skills to prepare it from scratch, further solidifying its role as a breakfast staple. The frozen food industry also helped standardize the shape and texture of hash browns. Many frozen hash browns came in uniform patties, making them easier to cook and more consistent in texture. While some purists may prefer freshly grated potatoes, frozen hash browns introduced the dish to a broader audience and allowed for mass consumption on a scale never before possible. Although hash browns are closely associated with American breakfast culture, their popularity has spread across the globe. Fast food chains like McDonald's played a crucial role in introducing hash browns to international audiences. In the 1970s, McDonald's added hash brown patties to its breakfast menu, offering them as a side to the iconic Egg McMuffin. This move helped cement hash browns as a key component of fast food breakfasts worldwide. Today, hash browns continue to evolve. Chefs and home cooks alike are experimenting with new ways to enjoy this classic dish. Some variations involve adding ingredients like sweet potatoes, cheese, or even bacon directly into the mix. Others focus on changing the cooking method, such as baking hash browns instead of frying them for a healthier alternative. In restaurants, particularly those focused on brunch culture, hash browns are often elevated with gourmet ingredients like truffle oil, smoked salmon, or avocado. These modern interpretations of hash browns offer a fresh take on a beloved classic, while still retaining the essence of what makes the dish so popular: crispy, fried potatoes. The history of hash browns is a testament to the simple power of good food. From their humble beginnings as grated and fried potatoes to their status as an American breakfast icon, hash browns have remained a beloved dish across generations. Whether you prefer them freshly grated or straight from the freezer, served plain or with a twist of modern flair, hash browns are a dish that continues to bring comfort and satisfaction to diners around the world. Their enduring popularity is a reminder that sometimes the simplest foods are the ones that leave the most lasting impression.